Never before in Uganda's history have we had 8 presidential candidates, all promising to make lives of the people better when elected. And one of the key constituencies, they are eyeing to catapult them to State House, empower the youth who constitute the majority of Uganda's population. They may have the numerical strength, but the youth, it seems, are less influential in this country. Yet in 1960s, the youth had the influential National Union of Students of Uganda, NUSU, which later produced national leaders like Bank of Uganda Governor Tumusiime Mutebire and Uganda's UN envoy, Dr. Ruhakana Rugunda. Many educated youth are unemployed, while even many more are illiterate. Unemployment is the single biggest challenge the youth face in this country, and it appears the presidential candidates are not offering clear solutions.
Is there any candidate who is articulating anything about the youth? I really don't think so. It doesn't sound so, especially if you're going to consider anything specific and important.
Well, in a sense, you always have the Oliver Twist dilemma. Whatever has been done, for whatever has been achieved, there's always more. The people always ask, can I have some more?
You want another rap? Yeah!
NRM candidate Yoweri Museveni has tried to appeal to the youth through his "You Want Another Rap" song, while fairly youthful DP President Norbert Mao says he's the candidate of Ugandans below 40, UB40s. But to some political watchers, this is mere tokenism to lure the youth voting in the 2011 elections.
As long as there is a disconnect between those two, the proactive engagement of the citizen and the planning and execution of plans by the political elite, we might never move really as fast as we would wish, and indeed as far as we would like.
Opposition IPC presidential candidate Dr. Kizza Besigye plans to establish a youth entrepreneur scheme to increase opportunities for young people and subsidize businesses started by the youth. The IPC also intends to entrench an agro-based economy since it offers more opportunities.
When you talk about investments in Uganda, you only see perhaps hotels and maybe supermarkets. But you know, these are just things that can employ very, very few people.
No, they are right to complain. The good thing, many of the things the president has promised have been achieved. So he is going to build on his achievements. For example, universal education is in place.
However, to the youth, such offers remain written promises with no guarantees of implementation.
And the reason is Ugandans have for so long lent their intelligence to this kind of flattery, and intellectual plunder. It is nonsensical for you to promise Ugandans free education when literally all leaders of this country and all the minimal or mid-elite of this country hardly have their children in those free education centers.
So within the first 5 years, we should get the youth off the streets and get them doing something for themselves.
For the ruling NRM party, Kintu Nyago, a member of candidate Museveni's manifesto team, says transformation of the economy, the oil sector and more investment in electricity will create more jobs for the youth.
But also there are plans in future to have outsourcing ventures. These involve youth who get to have ideas about computers, and then they work on IT, whatever, and they deal with jobs from America, outsourcing jobs from America.
And until you have explained the question of how to the last depth, the last possible depth, you have not communicated.
You don't have a political party or political parties in Uganda with different ideologies. We don't have that. What you have is Besigye, Mao and Museveni saying, look, we're basically on the same platform. All of us will increase jobs. All of us will provide education opportunities. All of us will do this. So the challenge or the question for the voters becomes, whom do you believe?
However, much as the youth absorb a lot of shock from political turbulence, analysts blame them for not articulating clearly and coherently what they want from the candidates. Their other problem, analysts say, is casting their vote on basis of tribe, religion, party affiliation, and regional interests, which leave them as a big but divided mass and therefore not influential.
I find Ugandans, especially Ugandan young people, rather so docile and kind of redundant, especially in civic affairs.
Have the youth managed to articulate a position and grounds on which they say, look, give us these following points and we shall give you our vote as the youth. We haven't seen that. The women have done it.
On matters of exercising political power, the youth have been sidelined partly due to societal stereotypes that they do not stand up to the test of events and take life easy.
The ladies largely it is about soap, and then the young men it is largely about football and hangouts.
But there's also a personal responsibility or a group responsibility, a collective responsibility on themselves to prove the stereotypes wrong, to prove that you can put a young man in charge of NSSF and he doesn't steal the money, he doesn't go gambling in a casino in Las Vegas and, you know.
Kabumba Businje, who is a lecturer of law, advises the youth to form a strong forum to unite them along fundamental lines and aspirations that could change the cultural perceptions tagged against young people. Indeed, the youth need to reorganize themselves and change their ways so as to create and have space in Uganda's political arena. The change is now and not tomorrow, or else they will forever stay at the bottom of Uganda's food chain. Sudhir Byarhanga, NTV.